Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I know my voice has been sounding rough lately. It's been loud around here. Not yelling bad, but it's just been loud. We've been having a lot of fun. Good morning. You might hear Peter Patters. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you guys had fun yesterday. We're having a total improv day. Yeah, it was total improv. And he just said, what is going on over here? Sorry, 7 o'clock. My alarms are all still set for the school year. And I have my alarm set to music. No, man. Yesterday was great. Went to the river. Just took the girls. My son's too cool. He didn't want to go with 10-year-old girls to go swimming. So, yeah, we went to the river for a few hours. We came home. We grilled out some lunch. And then out of nowhere, the kids' dads and my in-laws invited us over there for fireworks. So, impromptu at the last minute there, too. So, we went over there and we did that. To close out the evening, I was like, man, just a good 4th of July. And then I got the 13-year-old out the house. I'd see all my nieces and nephews. It was cool because we ended up, my son pointed out the morning star, the evening star, and one of them, my brother-in-law, he's like, that's the North Star, the brightest star in the sky. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Venus. Like, I hate being like know-it-all or whatever. So I got out my Sky Map app, and next thing you know, everybody's got their Sky Map apps out. I waited a little bit till it got more dark and there was more stars, but yeah. And I sat there and talked to astronomy with my 8-year-old nephew for a while. He's a talking kid, man. They're all so loud. I love them so much. Oh, that first card was from I put it back in the deck. It was from Forrest Gump. And it was you lean against me and I'll lean right back up against you, and that way neither one of us has to sleep with our heads in the mud. Some messages here. It says they watch us dine on empty plates and drink from empty cups. It's a scene from Interview with the Vampire where Lestat and Louis, they pretend, for Louis's father's sake, they pretend that they're still alive. When they have dinner, they scrape their forks and plates and across the plates to make it sound like they're eating, and they sip on cups to make it sound like they're drinking stuff with the guy because he's blind, so they're making all the sounds for him. But the slaves, because Louis was a slave owner, the slaves are watching him. He's like, yeah, they know we're weird. Like, we act like nobody's paying attention to this shit. They're like, they see it. They're like, they watch us dine on empty plates and drink from empty cups. Did you hear I was happy and just had to come and mess it up? You want a heart? You don't know how lucky you are not to have one. Hearts will never be practical until they are made unbreakable. But still, I want one. Danielle, what happened? What happened this weekend? All right, there's messages for the week, I guess. That's what I was going to say. We'll make Mondays be the Monday weekly message. It's be a message pertaining for the whole week. I figured Saturdays we'll do like spell Saturdays. I'll do spell cards those days, so we don't fry out on them. Ooh, volatility. I'm mixed up here. I am tired. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't get to sleep till like 1 o'clock in the morning last night. Interesting dynamic shifts going on. Ay, ay, ay. Bloom, right? Bloom. I'd imagine that that's probably the hardest part for plants, right? Well, even to break out of the seed takes a lot of energy. Takes a lot of darkness too, y'all. But with that volatility, the volcano, the card there, it's almost like, that right before the surface, I don't know if you ever watched like the high-speed plants blooming. You can see it right before the surface. It like cracks open and busts out, immediately looks up. I feel like a lot of people are right on the precipice of that. There's about to be another awakening. Group awakening. Definitely sense that coming. But we knew that. It's like, that's why there was first waivers, second waivers, third waivers. But this time, it's third waivers. It's just continuously grouping. Like I'm continuously waking up. Of course, with every time somebody wakes up, there's dynamic shifts, but there's definitely more light bulbs coming online. For those of you who know what I'm talking about. A lot of people ask what the silver cord is about. And some of the silver cord is the cord that connects you to the universe. And then some of the cord is based a lot on Grandmother Spider. Great web. I'm sorry. I know that's got to be so loud. It has to be done. Spank them into submission, right? I live in South Carolina. It was smoky last night. Everybody's finally able to hang out again. It's been crazy. They never really cared down here. It was weird. I don't know if 9s are important. You get 99 down here. See, on the 3D, yeah, we got team building going on here, right? There's team building. There's definitely a lot of options. And this is summertime. This is in this deck in particular, that card is the player card that's watching out for players or people acting like players, right? There's a lot of anxiety, yet there's still the 9 of Cups here, right? A lot of anxiety about a 9 of Cups, something evolving around, Queen of Pentacles. I just get a lot of sense on 3D. It's a reputation thing. whether one person is or isn't, or someone that I definitely get a sense is the player-esque energy in the 3D line. You know, one is trying to build something. One is a player, game player, or was, whatever. They have anxiety about it. I get that because I feel like the Queen of Cups is the one that's with the dragon on the Three of Wands. Anyway, let's get into the 4D. On the 4D, a lot of people are having the revelation. I said this too. I said this at the very beginning. There is a big awakening coming. It's a perspective change for sure that's happening right now. It tells you 3D is very superficial. It was 11:11. Anyway, 3D is very superficial. That is the most superficial basis thing, right? When I'm reading the 3D, it's like you ever have people say shit to you, and for you, it's so profoundly stupid or toxic or something like that. Like, even like if you want to put it into perspective, to take out a relationship, like Archie Bunker, how he always said horribly racist shit, right? And you're just like, dude, do you really fucking think that way? And it's like he had to go through this whole evolutionary process with it, right? And that's what all these people have to do with their awakening too. But there's still some people that's like, I don't know. The only thing that comes to mind is I had a woman tell me once, she was just like, oh, my baby's dad, I'll always sleep with him if he calls me, because he's the father of my child. And I was like, where the fuck did you pick that shit up? Like, who told you that? Who told you that? Like, where does that come from? I don't, like, for me, that was like one of those things. It's like my brain like almost exploded. I'm like, I don't even understand like where some of the fucking fucked up, and then down here, there's some messed up programming. Okay, so when I'm reading the 3D is very much how people that are still stuck in them stupid fucking timelines see the situation and how they're predicting the situation, how they think what's going on based on what they think based on all these fucking programs and not actual thought, right? Now, someone involved in this 3D line has figured it out. They figured it out. What all you people are fucking insane. I'm actually happier sitting here figuring this out and centering myself, right? See a lot of playful energy here. A lot of playful energy. A lot of time taking to sit and control emotions, right? The ebb and flow of emotions. I always like this one because he's on a seashore, because it even gives you that breathing technique, right? Of just envisioning waves as you're breathing, right? You get the Ace of Swords here. I love it in this deck too. What it's like, yeah, okay, so I've made not the same mistake over and over again, but very similar mistakes over and over and over again. And at this point, you're starting to realize the patterns and programs, right? It's like every time you come around to these problems, you're like, what? The same thing keeps happening. Same thing keeps. These people, they're all doing the same. And you start to realize that a lot of them, like, they're running the same timeline because they all got the same program. You're like, what's going on, right? And you're putting it together. And each time you put it together, you're a little bit wise. You got a little bit more to do calculations. You're a little bit in tune to following your messages and getting more from your guides, right? Just more connected. Got some sacred geometry going on up there, right? See the dropping of defenses, or learning to, or attempting to. That might be what all this work is to. What maybe if I could work this, then I can get these defenses lowered. Or the sense of just, I feel the being defensive against being spiritual is being dropped. Right? There's something to it. What they fit, they're putting it together. They're like, what? There's too many synchronicities. It's too much. But there's something to what the hell these people are talking about, right? Just think about it. I tell you, this is a fresh awakening for some people, for sure, right? On the 5D, it's saying don't expect anything. Wait, don't expect anything too quick, right? Just think about it. What? You woke up, what? It went from fucking ecstasy to terrifying real fucking fast, didn't it? Right? There's going to be dark nights of the soul coming into for a lot of these people, and depending on how fucked up their lives were before, it's going to depend on how long it takes them to, go through that, or how much they fight it, right? Decisions have to be made. Blindfolds need to be taken off. You have to choose to sit there holding up those swords or put them down, right? You definitely got... See, it's this thing when people come into power, right? You got the King of Swords. What? If I can control my thoughts and words, and I can control all this other stuff, right? I can control all this other stuff. I can be slick. Let's say about that 7 of Cups at the bottom is a player card, right? Knight of Wands, he's a passionate player, man. He's not quite as romantic as the Knight of Cups is. The Knight of Rods, he's got what? The magic stick energy, right? He plays toxic games and manipulates people. That's not good. Right? That's not good. I don't like the reversed emperors, right? Because the emperor, and one of the reasons that they like to do it is the game usually has a chess piece and things like that attributed to the card too, right? He's slick. Emperors like to play games like chess and things like that, but when they get into power, they use that same skills and ability to pawn and chess play people. Right? Nobody likes that. All right, we got volcano vulnerability and the bloom card here, right? And now with the volcano card, volatility, right? That is all about, sometimes exploding is what's needed, especially if you've been biting your tongue for a very long time, or you have been saying the same thing over and over and over again and nothing's changing. Like I said, I don't like having to turn into Ursula in the last act of Little Mermaid to get my kids to clean the house. But sometimes, every now and then, you got to just show the kids how crazy mom can be to get shit done, right? And then after that, what? Suddenly they turn into those anime characters that like to clean your freaking house for a couple of weeks, right? And they bloom and they grow into some new skills. And you bloom and you grow into some new skills. And each time you do it, you don't have to do it as much, right? It's weird. That's some weird advice. All right, we do story time, collective read for the week. Because that's just one specific collective group web there. Come on, just one. Got to be one. It keeps dropping 2. And I'm like, it's got to be 1 card because I'm not reading 2 this morning. All right. Get your shit together. I'm telling you, man. Knight of Rods energy. That is everywhere. It's killing me. I told you. It's like 5 of Wands on the 5D right now. I can stick swinging. stick measuring contests, all kinds of BS. We got the Rider. You guys think you think your 3D selves are tricky overthinkers. Mm. 1. The Rider, 9 of Hearts. Success, victory, good news, and dreams realized. In the enchanted horse, a magical horse brings a prince and a princess together, but then a crafty sultan uses that same horse to kidnap the princess. The prince she loves must be wily. That was a misprint. The prince she loves must be wily in how he defeats the powerful sultan. He succeeds in his goal by using the same magical horse to escape with his love back to his own kingdom. The Rider is a card of success. This can be news of a victory or a realization of a dream. Our princess had her dreams answered when her love rescued her. Her prince achieved his victory. When the Rider shows up in your reading, know that you will see a victory wherever the Rider is heading. What is behind the Rider could show you the path to your triumph. What is behind the Rider? Yeah, to your triumph. All the amazing things you want out of life could be coming your way when the Rider approaches. Who is riding towards you is a good question to ponder when this enchanting card. Note, this card can also be used for a male lover. Alrighty, you know what? I'm going to put this card down here, and then I'm just going to do one card on either side of it, and we'll just see what's going on. Since they keep saying it like that, I think I should probably start doing that like that. Alright, all signs. You guys ready? Ooh. Whoa, yeah, no. Almost did that. I don't want to do all that. That's a lot of cards. What the fudge did I do? There we go. I put the last spread on the top of that one. Wow! I'm not trying to do all that. I saw the lady, that Sans lady, mix cards. I mixed one deck. I'm not really crazy about it. I already want to pull them apart. All right. See what we got going on. Aries. Cards you got for the Rider. So I got the 10 of Pentacles behind you and the Sun in the front. And the message that I'm just kind of get this. Oh. Yeah. Trying to get it so that it looks right for you guys in the camera. So it's like, nope, nope, nope. Because it says it to right where he's riding away from. Is the 10 of Pentacles. And that's like the path to success, right? So this is just continuing building and finish building what you've started. I do see the Sun reversed as what he's riding towards as kind of, it's still be mindful about how much you tell people about your plans right now, right? Oh, yeah, those ears. Taurus. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Taurus, I got a lot of moving on from a tower and letting a tower go and working on the skills, building your skills, continuing working on those. It's got a sense of us, perfecting skills. Keep working on perfecting skills and allowing towers to fall. Or releasing towers from the past and learning your lessons from them. Gemini. All right, you got the star reversed, and I'm just going to go with saying that there's still some things you need to calculate and figure out before. There's definitely, right, something about messages you've received in the past, but definitely there is, or messages coming in by the way they describe the card. The card behind you is things that you know that you could bring into this, and then this is what's coming. So I definitely get a sense of you need to focus on, with the star reverse, focus on gaining those details. There's details coming in. Cancer. Ooh. I'm sorry, y'all. I felt like I had way more energy than this when I started. Let me boost this back up. I'm on Cancer, right? Not like you're particularly helpful. Lighten the energy a little bit. Cancer. Got the Knight of Pentacles behind you and the Chariot card in front. So I definitely got somebody coming in with a big idea, but or a lucrative idea, but just be mindful because with it being the Knight there, it could be a little tweaking that needs to be done on it. It's not a perfect plan, but it is a good direction to be heading in. Leo. Leo, I got don't focus on past failures. Don't be a drama queen. Don't beat yourself up for mistakes you made while you were learning the skills that you were learning. Embrace it. You had to learn through some skills, right? I get a sense like, and a lot of times when I'm starting out, when I'm making something, that's like I always keep the first prototypes of things. And even when my mom first starts sewing things, we always keep the first prototypes for ourselves, or they're made with the intention of giving them to a loved one for free or something like that, right? Because they're going to have imperfections, and that's okay. You can't be perfect when you first start, all right? So don't be dramatic, right? This is a card for me, the sense that I'm just getting it, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Virgo. Getting a strong sense about being honest about what you truly love, right? Not sure what that has to do with business or anything else like that or stuff like in that nature, but it's definitely a strong sense of being honest about what you love. Is it just the message that I'm getting in with the spread, right? Because this is lies. You should move away from that. You should move towards what truly gets your fountains flowing. There you go. Couple of fountain flowing. Libra. Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice, Libra. Yes. Balancing your emotions and calculating towards success. I like it. I like it a lot. That's a nice one. Mm-hmm. Balance your emotions, embrace the positive. Uh, yeah. The King of Cups is the positive masculine trait of being able to actually control your emotions, not bottle your emotions, not hide your emotions, but genuinely being able to control your emotions. And in learning to genuinely control your emotions, you're able to calculate more clearly what it is steps you want to take next. Scorpio. I get joy in celebrating the end of a cycle, joy in celebrating the death of a cycle, and yeah, joy in celebrating the death of an old cycle. And I feel like a lot of the joy is coming from the opening of possibilities, right? It's like, wow, the death of that cycle means I'm open to a million new possibilities, right? The Nine of Cauldrons in this deck too also does warn, like, don't overindulge in that energy too much, right? Don't celebrate too much. Be careful. Because when you feel really, really good, you can tend to do things like go out and party a little too much, right? Alrighty. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I'm just getting a sense of just needing to really reorganize for you, right? It's, especially in this deck, right? Like, there's celebrations coming for sure. But in this deck, I see like you got all these burdens, right? And you don't even know how to carry them all. And they're all like falling all over the place. And it's like you're playing pickup sticks, these giant sticks, and you don't even know what to do. And they're all over. But you need to put them down. Put it all down. Put it all down and stack it up neatly and make it easier to carry so that you can just get to the damn party. Okay? Capricorn. I get a strong sense of trying to balance home and work and things like that, and just having a lot of not a lot of imbalance, but learning to balance in. I feel like somebody with the Empress card, right? So very loving, nurturing, maternal figure, right? And then the other side is kind of learning how to balance work and home and stuff like that, on the tightrope and everything else. So it's just a matter of learning new skills. And yeah, it's a similar message to the other one, right? You fall down 7 times, get up 8. Yeah, you're probably going to fall down again. You're probably going to stumble a couple of times. You might even break your toe on a coffee table. Things are going to happen, right? But it's all about practice. Everything in life is about practice, right? And they say practice makes perfect. I'm not sure if that's even true, but definitely the more practice creates muscle memory, right? So the more you do something, the easier it becomes to do. Aquarius. Aquarius got a very similar thing as Sag's message there, right? You got the 10 of rods too. It's just a recalculating. It's just a lot of burdens, a lot of different things, a lot going on. And I think it's just too much. I think it needs to just be, details need to be gone through, right? Things need to be double checked. The King of Pentacles there, and especially with these readings being a lot around money and finances and things lately, I just get a strong sense of go over your bank accounts, go check for bogus things, go look for things like subscriptions you don't use, or you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them things you accidentally click on. You're paying like $2.99 a month for something you're not even using. You didn't even know you were paying for it. I get a lot of that. I get a lot of, just recheck over everything, right? Recheck over everything, reorganize it, and set it up so it's a more streamlined system. Pisces. Not really sure what to say about this. Oh, yeah. No, that's right. I just get a strong sense, like with that story, the way it talks about, what's behind you is the foundations towards your success, and then you're moving into the energies. I just don't get some sort of temptation, right? Don't let temptation lead you away from the dreams that you were going for, right? Don't allow temptation to knock you off course, right? Temptation is the devil card in this deck. So, I mean, it's all about, being bound and addictions and things like that. And it's like, don't allow yourself to get bound up in certain things. And I don't know, with that Lover's card there, it's like that's the foundation of your strength, I feel a lot. But at the same time, don't allow it to bind you either. Interesting. I mean, I will say I get a lot of grief, and a lot of grief. And there's things it's like when I talk about not working too hard and things like that, and I'm like, or I can't stand this work yourself to death mentality and blah 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 blah. And they're like, oh well, I don't think that you don't have to work at all. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I said. So you shouldn't be working yourself to death and being miserable every day. No, nobody should be doing that. Nobody should be working themselves to death and being miserable all the day. But I don't care what you do, right? Doesn't matter what you do if you can't have fun doing it, right? So it doesn't matter what you do. I've had blasts working retail most of my life. Most fun I've ever had in my life was going to the movie theaters. Tedious, mind-numbing, grueling work, right? A lot of fun. As long as it was fun, you move up ranks, right? Every job I've ever had, always made it fun. And within a couple of weeks, I'm moving up, climbing. I'm actually climbing the ladder. Why? Because you have magnetic energy that attracts, other people's attention, right? You show up to work miserable and you're unhappy all the time, and you come home and you're bitching about it the whole time and blah, blah, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's what's going to kill you. That's what's going to lead to a heart attack by the time you're 50, right? That's just nothing but cortisol all day long. What? I hate getting up in the morning. I hate doing this job. I hate being outside. I hate doing this. I hate doing that. Oh, I come home, bitch, 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 bitch. I'm just, it doesn't matter what you do. My grandfather even said that too. And he goes, it doesn't matter what job you have. You should strive to be the best at whatever you're doing. And you think about the sign spinners, or, there's people out there that do love landscaping. They like that. It's easy. They like being outside, whatever, right? It's just, you can't hate it. You can't hate it, and you can't complain about it all the fucking time, right? That's what I mean by working yourself to death. You should, whatever you do, you should have a passion for doing it. I don't care if it's counting numbers. I don't care if it's telemarketing and you like honing your skills, your people skills, and your ability to draw energy that way. There should be some passion behind whatever it is you're doing, and it doesn't matter what it is you're doing, right? And you don't have to make your purpose lucrative. All right. Sometimes your purpose is volunteering. Meanwhile, your real job is something else, but you still have a passion for what you do. Doesn't matter what you do. You have to have a passion for what you do if you're going to be consistent with it, right? There has to be some passionate reason behind it. It can't just be, I do this because I have to do this. No, there has to be some passion. There has to be some drive, or it will not stick. All right. It's a big message that I had for y'all today. I ain't even reading those again. These goes with the cards and coffee. If you want those, rewind back to the beginning and watch it again. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. I got the whole pack coming in a little bit. I got some breakfast and stuff to make. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and trippy ass paths with me. I love y'all. Buttons and bells. I love you. I'm gonna be back as soon as I can. I promise.